So that's that, yeah? Panic over. Arsenal are back. We're going to win the league. Everyone's fully fit again soon, right? We're all good? Yeah? No, not quite. But that was a much, much better game. And it does feel like a part of Arsenal was back to their best today. And do you know what? It is hugely down to this man here, right? Ødegaard. I love him. I love Ødegaard so much. And do you know what? We've been through, what is it, two and a bit months without him. And you've heard everything. Arsenal, it's over. The honeymoon period of... I literally heard someone say the honeymoon period of Arteta is over. What? Are you crazy? Just because we had a couple of weeks where we weren't winning games and people saying that the title charge is over and that Arsenal are finished and, oh, what happens if we don't win anything this season? Surely he's got to be sacked and everyone's panicking and, oh, relax. It's still relatively early in the season. We've been missing our most creative player. The heart of this team, the captain of this club has been out. And yes, that was mixed in with some poor form, but also some very tough fixtures, red cards, injuries, crazy moments. Just think, the Brighton red card we had, even the City red card, and losing our captain and constant injuries, it felt like. So I think we've gone through a really, really tough period. And all we could ask for today was a good performance and a win. And look at this. 3-0. 3-0. Clean sheet. Oh my God, I forgot what getting a clean sheet was like. Dominating the game. And this wasn't just any old game. Normally I'd say Nottingham Forest, winnable at home, not a problem. Because look, without being disrespectful, it's Nottingham Forest. We should be favourites to win that game no matter what, right? But honestly, they have been incredible this season. There's a reason they're up there in that top 5. And obviously, I think, and I said it in my stream, thanks for watching if you did, they are going to fall off. I think everyone knows that it's not really sustainable and they have been, what's the word? Overachieving? So look, I'm trying my best not to talk down on Nottingham Forest here, but going into this game, it could have very easily been one of those really tricky home fixtures with, a wall of players at the back. They were just going to sit back, defend, and we would struggle to score and they'd hit us on the break and win the game. It could have happened and then the meltdown would have continued. But the reality is Nottingham Forest came to the Emirates and they got slapped up. They got completely slapped up. They were out. Well, they were just completely outclassed. It just wasn't. It was never ever going to go a different way today. We were so much better. So I'm confident in saying that felt like Arsenal were back, and it is, I think, hugely down to Ødegaard being fit. What a miss. Now, other things I want to talk about today are Jesus, Saka. We have to talk about him. Jorginho taken off at halftime. Calafiori is someone I really want to talk about. And of course, we'll touch on Nottingham Forest. Why don't we do that now? Because a couple of their players I really, really appreciate. Their left centre-back, Murillo, very impressive. I think he's going to play for a top club at some point. How old is he? I want to say he's like 23? 22. Okay, so hugely impressed with him. Dominguez, very good midfielder. I thought he was doing all right, actually. I don't know why he went off. Maybe he was having a stinker and it was just me who thought he was doing all right. But huge fan of Hudson-Odoi and Elanga as well. Why Chris Wood didn't start, I don't really know. He has been one of the best strikers this season. And lastly, Nuno. I love this guy. When he went to Tottenham, I felt so sorry for him. It was always going to end in tears because, well, it's Tottenham. But I want to make a prediction here. I think Nottingham Forest will absolutely be a strong mid-table team this season. I'm not going to say they're going to be in the top 8 because I don't believe they will be. But I don't think they're going to be involved in a relegation battle. And I think a lot of football fans would have put them in and around that kind of bottom 5 if they were doing a prediction. So all power to them. Very impressive. And I had no idea they've got Moreno on loan from Villa. Is he on loan or is he a permanent signing? I don't know. But I think 3-0 was a fair result today just in terms of how good Arsenal were. I just think Nottingham Forest couldn't cope. And that's okay. That's okay. Okay, right, let's talk about Arsenal. Let's start with Jesus because I've got some comments to go through. I haven't been doing comments for a while. I thought I'll bring them back now. Mainly because Twitter X has just been a mess over the last few years, and I wasn't really interested in getting loads of just spam and whatever, but it seems to be better these days. So there's been a few comments about Jesus that I've received today, and I just think, the best way to put it is this was a chance for him with Havertz being rested. I know we've got a big game coming up. We've got Champions League, all of this stuff. Jesus, this was it. This was your moment. You're starting in your preferred position, number 9. You blew it. Completely ghosted today. Every time I saw him, we're obviously occupying this area here. We're keeping Nottingham Forest pinned back. Where is Jesus? Here. And then when the ball was kind of in the middle of the pitch, he's here. Drives me insane. And I hate it when Havertz does it as well. But at least when Havertz does it, because he's physical, he holds players off and he plays them in. And Jesus can do that, and he does do that. But one thing he does, and it really bothers me, is he tries to dribble. He tries to do too much. In my opinion, he has to be sold. I don't see how Jesus gets in this team anymore. We've outgrown him and Zinchenko, 2 players that elevated the team so much when they came in, which is why I'll always have massive respect for them. They genuinely helped us so much when they joined for a good 18 months or so. Solid transfers. We've outgrown them. We have. There's no place for them anymore. And Zinchenko wasn't awful when he came on, by the way, but a few misplaced passes, and you could just tell we missed Calafiori. But Jesus had a chance today, didn't take it. He fluffed it today. It was just so nothing. There just wasn't anything. And he got a yellow as well. Saka, on the other hand, one of his best performances of the season, and that's saying a lot. Obviously, he's been a little bit in and out of the team in recent weeks with injury, but he's having a very, very good season. He's going to finish with, he could have 25 goals and assist contributions easily by the end of the season at this rate if he stays fit. And this right side of Timber, Ødegaard, and Saka, it's technically... Oh, is it? Maybe it's a bit much to say this. I would say Timber, Ødegaard, Saka, down the right side, it might be the most technically gifted right side of any team in the world. I might have to defend that. You can give me Bayern, Madrid, Barcelona, City, Liverpool, but no. I think, technically speaking, ball at their feet, Timber, Ødegaard, Saka. And this is a hot topic at the moment because Ben White's going to be injured for a few months, apparently. So Timber's going to have to play a lot, and that's going to be a push for him because he's obviously still recovering from that long injury, and it's a big workload. But for me, Timber is the better right back, and I think this might be it now. I think Ben White might struggle to get back in. Timber was everywhere today, and he scored. It was offside, but he did score. But am I crazy in saying that this midfield 3 could be the best right side in the world? Timber into Ødegaard, into Saka. Oh, nasty. Saliba, Gabriel, Raya, just brilliant today. But Calafiori, someone asked me who my favourite player is at the moment for Arsenal. It's Calafiori, purely because he unlocks this left-hand side. We look so much better with Calafiori, Marino, and whether it's Martinelli, Trossard, whoever, even Jesus, okay? Calafiori moving into midfield, staying out wide, joining the back 3. It's incredible. He is such a modular, fluid player. He's physically huge. He's a monster. He's quick. He's smart. He picks up positions that I think a lot of defenders would be too scared to take up because he's brave. He gets stuck into challenges, even though he's got a horrific injury past. He had one of the worst injuries you can have as a professional footballer. And yet, he's throwing himself into challenges. And I love the guy. Huge shout out to him. Jorginho starting, which was an interesting one. Obviously, Rice isn't fully fit and maybe Partey kind of rested. But would we have rested so many players against a top 5 team, top 4 team right now? I think Jorginho was picked because of the fact Marino was in there and Ødegaard was back in, and it felt balanced to Mikel. But honestly, when Jorginho came off and Thomas Partey came on, who did very well, his goal was fantastic, really impressive, great finish. I thought Partey showed why Jorginho might be coming to the end of his career. I think Jorginho is going to make an excellent coach, by the way. But come on, guys, as if we weren't going to mention Nwaneri. Oh my God, 17 years old, scoring in the Premier League. And by the way, Sterling as well looked good when he came on. I hope we can see more of Sterling. But yeah, Nwaneri, this guy, this kid, 17 years old, 4 goals for Arsenal now, his first one in the league. The first thought I had when he scored, well, second thought. First thought was, wow, that was such a composed finish. But my second thought was, why didn't he play more with Ødegaard out? I don't know. Maybe Arteta just doesn't want to rush it, and I get that. But he's just... The best way I can explain this, okay? You know when you're having chocolate, you get like the cheap chocolate around Christmas, the coins. It's good. It's nice. It's cheap and cheerful. Okay, and that is like your typical attacking midfielder that gets the odd goal and assist, but they're kind of like 25, 26 years old. You know that's kind of as good as they're going to get. Nwaneri comes in. He's that slightly warm, almost melted galaxy chocolate around Christmas time. Silky smooth, and you just know it's going to make you so happy. Nwaneri is galaxy chocolate at Christmas for me. He makes me so happy. He's silky smooth. And, oh, you could take that in such a wrong way. You really could, couldn't you? Because he makes me happy. He's silky smooth and he tastes good. Nwaneri, take a bow. 17 years old. How dare you be that outrageously confident to come on in the Premier League and score like that? It's unbelievable. And Ødegaard is galaxy chocolate as well. Okay, and I love all types of chocolate. Cadbury's, what's Kit Kat chocolate? Is that Nestle? I don't like Nestle as a company, but Galaxy chocolate is just next level. Okay, and I'm so excited to see where we get with Nwaneri. Is he really the real deal? Is he going to be the next Saka? Is he going to be anywhere near Ødegaard's level at some point? I think he is. I think he is the real deal. There's something about him. He's got this aura. Unbelievable. Right, let's get some comments in. So Dan says, great performance. Good to see Ødegaard back to his best. Even though it wasn't his absolute best. He was just really good today. Just got to pick this up into the next few, and we could be back. Great performance. Well said. Gunners, Ruben says, finally look like title contenders again. I just be careful, okay? Because it's still a significant gap, but yeah, I know what you're saying performance-wise. Ødegaard has been missed massively. Saka world-class, and Nwaneri getting the goal in the Premier League. Maybe time for him to get some constant game time. That's it for me. He does. He's good enough. If you're good enough, you're old enough, right? And then Kieran says, Jesus might be done. Thought he ghosted today. I agree. And then AFC General says, Ødegaard back like he was never gone, which is a very underrated thing. When you're injured, like he has been for that long, to just come back and hit the road running like that was brilliant. Really good performance. Not his best, but very good. Good decision to rest Martinelli and Havertz ahead of Sporting. Saka is the best in the Premier League right now. Oof. I'd still say Salah is having a better season, just in his position. Saka is the best in the Premier League right now, and Nwaneri is ready to start in the Premier League. Agreed. So thank you for your comments. I'll be doing that again every episode. I didn't get, I used to get hundreds sometimes. So make sure you follow me on X, reply to my hashtag Operation Arsenal at the end of the game, and your comments could be featured. But thank you for watching. Thank you, Arsenal. Finally, a weekend again that isn't ruined by a bad result. I can relax and bring on the next game. Are we back? Let's see.